Good morning, children. Today I'll be taking up the experiments on photosynthesis. Very simple experiments can be performed to prove the importance of various conditions and requirements for photosynthesis. Now, theoretically, you have studied that carbon dioxide, water are the raw materials. In the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, the food and oxygen is formed in the process of photosynthesis. Now we will prove it by experiment that will photosynthesis take place or not if the conditions like sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide are provided or not. In all such experiment, the basic principle is to use a green potted plant whose leaves have been made starch free. So for all the experiments on photosynthesis, one basic thing we have to remember that before putting the potted plant under the experimental conditions, the leaves of that plant should be destarched. All the starch from the leaves which had been formed previously should be removed from those leaves to the storage organs, and now that plant is a destarched plant, and then we can perform experiment on that plant. Destarching or removal of starch. How we are going to destarch the leaves of the plants? That is, the destarching of the leaves of a green plant can be done by keeping it in darkness for 24 to 48 hours. At least for 1 or 2 days, we'll take that potted plant and we'll put it in the dark so that the light may not reach to that plant. During this period, whole of the starch from the leaves will be used up and no starch is left behind. Destarching ensures that any starch present after the experiment has been formed under experimental conditions. It means the starch which was present before the experiment was done, we have destarched it. We have removed the starch from the leaves. Now the starch, if present in the leaves after the experiment, is the starch formed during experimental conditions. So what is a destarched plant? A destarched plant is one whose leaves are free from starch. This is an important term for explanation. Explain a destarched plant. You will not write a plant free of starch. It is the leaves of the plant that is free of starch. Now, how we can test whether the leaves, they do contain starch or not. So we can further proceed by the starch test, or also called iodine test. We will detach or pluck a leaf from the experimental plant, and then that leaf will be put in the boiling water for at least 1 minute to kill the cells of the leaves, so that all the enzymes may be destroyed in the leaf cells and no further chemical change can take place. Now the leaves will be put into methylated spirit. After boiling it in hot water, we will put it in the test tube containing methylated spirit or alcohol. Methylated spirit will remove all the chlorophylls from leaf cells and the leaf turns pale white. The methylated spirit is highly inflammable, easily catch fires. That is why boiling water bath is used for heating it. Instead of methylated spirit, alcohol can also be used in this process. After decoloration, that is after removal of chlorophyll by boiling it in methyl spirit, the leaf is then taken out and the leaf slightly becomes hard. we will put that leaf back into hot water for some time to soften it. So to soften it, it is again dipped in hot water. Now after that, we will remove this leaf in a dish and put a drop of iodine solution over it, and we will observe the color change. The parts of the leaves which turns blue-black in color with iodine proves that that part of leaf contains starch, and it is a positive test for starch. If the part of the leaf turns brown in color with iodine, then this indicates that starch is absent. That is a negative starch test. So the various steps for the iodine test or starch test is, we will pluck a leaf of the plant which was put under experimental condition. We'll put that leaf in the water and we'll boil it to kill its cells so that its enzymes may be destroyed, so that further chemical changes may not take place. Then we'll transfer the leaf in the methylated spirit or alcohol and we'll boil in it to remove all the chlorophyll. After the removal of chlorophyll, the leaf becomes hard. To soften it for few seconds, we'll put it in hot water. Then we'll take out the leaf from the hot water, put it on a dish, and we'll put a drop of iodine on the leaf. If the leaf turns blue-black in color with iodine, that indicates that starch is present in that part of the leaf and it is a positive starch test. If the part of the leaf turns brown in color with iodine, it means starch is absent and it is a negative test for starch. Now we will come to the experiment 1 to prove that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis, and it is also called as Moll's half leaf test. We'll take a leaf. Again, we'll start with a potted plant. We will destarch the plant, that is, we'll put that potted plant in the dark room or in the cupboard at least for 48 hours to destarch the leaves of the plant. Then we'll take out that plant and then we will put the plant under the light. So that is a destarched plant which had been kept in complete darkness for about 48 hours. Then what we'll do, we will insert half of one of its leaf in a wide mouth bottle containing potassium hydroxide, KOH. KOH absorbs, its function is to absorb carbon dioxide, that is KOH. Solution with the help of a split cork. Can you see the diagram? We'll take a jar and then we'll put a half of the leaf in the jar with KOH in it, and this KOH solution will absorb all the carbon dioxide present in the jar. Now we will dip the cut end of the petiole of leaf in a beaker containing water. So the outer part with the petiole stalk of the leaf is put in the water present in the beaker. Keep this set up for about 6 hours in the sunlight. After that, we will remove that leaf, this particular leaf, and we'll put it for starch test. Means we will boil this leaf in the water to kill its cells. Then we will boil it in the methylated spirit or alcohol to remove chlorophyll. Then we will put it back in hot water to soften it. And then we will put this leaf on the dish and we'll put it for iodine or starch test. We'll put a drop of iodine on it the part of the leaf which was inside the jar containing KOH, this part, the front part, this half part with iodine will turn brown in color. It is a test negative for starch, changes brown in color, that is no starch formation is taking place in this part of the leaf which was kept in the jar. Then the other half part of the leaf, the outer half part, was tested with iodine solution. This turns blue-black in color. So it proves that the part of the leaf which turns brown in color, no starch formation has taken place because this part was not getting carbon dioxide. And the part which was outside in the atmospheric air was continuously being supplied with other factors, carbon dioxide also with other factors. So it has given a positive starch test. So this experiment proved that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Now see the inference, that is the result. The part of leaf inserted in the bottle does not get carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide in the air of bottle is absorbed by KOH. That is why there is no photosynthesis and starch formation. The part of leaf outside the bottle synthesizes, that is forms or manufactures starch due to photosynthesis. The only difference in the two halves of leaf is that of availability of carbon dioxide. It means carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Now see this note, the same experiment can be modified as given in experiment 2. With the same condition we will study, but the experiment is modified in such a way. Let us see that. Again, see this experiment 2 to demonstrate that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. We will take two destarched potted plants. One is this and one is this. They both have been destarched. That is by keeping these potted plants in darkness for about 48 hours. Cover both the plants with bell jar as shown in the figure and label them as A and B. One potted plant is being covered with a bell jar, and this setup is called setup A, and in the other potted plant is again also covered with a bell jar, and this setup is called a setup B. In setup A, we will take a small container containing sodium bicarbonate, and the function of sodium bicarbonate is to produce carbon dioxide. Inside the setup A, keep sodium bicarbonate, it produces carbon dioxide. Then inside setup B, see this setup B, we'll take a container and we'll put sodium hydroxide. The sodium inside setup B keep NaOH, caustic soda. Its function is it absorbs carbon dioxide. We can take KOH also and NaOH also. Functions of sodium hydroxide and KOH is similar. They both absorb carbon dioxide. Keep both the setups in the sunlight for at least 6 hours. Perform the starch test on both the plants. What we will observe, it is observed that the leaf from the plant in which sodium bicarbonate has been placed, that is setup A, gives positive starch test, whereas the leaf from plant in which soda lime NaOH has been placed fails to give starch test. That is setup B. The leaves of this plant will give a negative starch test, and the leaf of the plant of setup A will give the positive starch test with iodine the leaves of setup A will turn blue black in color, and with iodine the leaves of the potted plant in setup B turns brown in color. Result is plant in setup A gets carbon dioxide, whereas plant in setup B does not get carbon dioxide. It means carbon dioxide is must for photosynthesis. Why the plant in setup B is not getting carbon dioxide? Because all the carbon dioxide present in the bell jar has been absorbed by NaOH. Setup A, the bell jar is continuously, this plant is getting carbon dioxide because sodium bicarbonate is producing carbon dioxide. So this is the experiment. Two experiments we have done on the condition that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Remaining experiment we'll do next time. Thank you.